Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news all right. Bears fans, buckle up because what's brewing in the NFL right now could be one of the most significant shifts we've seen in recent years, especially when it comes to strengthening our front seven. Rumors are swirling about the New York Giants, a team that's been struggling mightily this season with a record of 2-11, and their apparent willingness to move one of their key defensive stars, Dexter Lawrence. And let's be honest, this isn't just speculation. There's real buzz that the Giants are willing to ship out Lawrence, and the Bears are right there, eyeing this opportunity to bolster our defensive line. Now, why does this matter so much? Because Dexter Lawrence isn't just any defensive tackle. He's a game changer, a true force that can anchor a dominant defensive front. The Giants, who are struggling mightily this year, with their defense giving up an average of 28, 2 points per game, second worst in the league, are actively looking to rebuild. Their focus seems to be on freeing up cap space, which is around $46 million, mostly to focus on their quarterback situation. Diana Rossini reported that they're willing to part ways with Lawrence in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 draft and a fourth-round pick in 2027. That's a pretty significant move, especially considering Lawrence's impact on the field. The Giants, who are focusing on rebuilding their offensive line and secondary, are seeding the interior of their defensive line. And frankly, they might see Lawrence as too valuable to keep amid their rebuild, especially when the team's future hinges on the cap flexibility and draft assets. This isn't just about cap space or draft picks, though. It's about what Lawrence brings to the table. The guy is a beast inside. Drafted back in 2019, he's already accumulated over 300 tackles, 25 sacks, and boasts a career PFF grade of 92, which is elite for a defensive tackle. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler, a proven interior disruptor who can collapse the pocket and stop the run like few others. His recent stats further highlight his importance. In 2025, he's played 13 games, with 10 solo tackles, 14 assists, 24 combined stops, and even an interception that he returned for 37 yards. His pressure rate is at 15%, and he's been a major reason why the Giants' run defense has been so porous, especially in 2024, where he's contributed to an additional 150 stops, according to some advanced metrics. Now let's talk about the Bears' perspective. This is a move that could seriously reshape our defensive trenches. We've been looking for a dominant interior presence. Gervon Dexter has shown promise with a PFF grade of 79.3, but adding someone like Lawrence would elevate our entire defensive front. His presence would mean more push up the middle, more disruption in the backfield, and less room for opposing quarterbacks to operate. Bears fans know how crucial it is to control the trenches if you want to win in this league. A strong run defense combined with a relentless pass rush can turn games around quickly, and Lawrence could be the missing piece to make our defense a true nightmare for offenses. And don't forget, this isn't just about stopping the run. It's about controlling the game's tempo, creating pressure on opposing quarterbacks, and forcing turnovers. Lawrence's ability to double-team and collapse the pocket, combined with Dexter's emerging talent, could create a formidable duo that opposing offenses will have a hard time handling. Think about how this affects our overall team dynamics. More stops, fewer points allowed, and more opportunities for our offense to take control. The Bears are already trending in a positive direction, with their defense improving significantly, projected to increase their run-stop rate by 18%, with tackles going up by around 40 and opponents' points per game dropping by 10%. That's the kind of impact a player like Lawrence could bring. Now we also need to consider the strategic aspect. The Giants are clearly looking to shed some cap burden, and with a $25 million hit on their cap, trading Lawrence makes perfect sense. They're prioritizing rebuilding their offensive line and secondary, trying to develop a younger core that can get them back on track. This is similar to what we saw with the Raiders, who often trade veteran players to free up cap space and inject youth into their roster. For the Giants, it's about laying the foundation for a future that hopefully looks brighter than their current 2-11 record. But for the Bears, this trade could be a game changer. Imagine pairing Lawrence with our existing defensive front, really controlling those trenches and making life miserable for opposing offenses. Furthermore, what does this mean for our chances at the Super Bowl? Well, according to betting odds, the Bears' Super Bowl titles could see a bump from plus 3,000 to plus 2,000 if we manage to land a player of Lawrence's caliber. That's a significant shift, reflecting how much this move could boost our chances of competing at the highest level. NFL data shows that elite defensive tackles can add around 1-8 wins to a team's season. Imagine the boost in the red zone, where Lawrence's presence would make a huge difference. His ability to generate pressure and stop the run could lead to more decisive wins and ultimately a deep playoff push. All in all, this potential trade is shaping up to be one of the biggest moves of the season for the Bears. It signals a shift in mindset, more aggressive, more focused on building a dominant defensive front that can carry us through the playoffs. It's a move that excites fans because it combines the promise of immediate impact with long-term strategic planning. The Giants might be skeptical, but for us, this is a golden opportunity to elevate our team and position ourselves as serious contenders. Imagine a defensive line anchored by Dexter Lawrence and Gervon Dexter. Opposing offenses would be in trouble, and our chances of making a deep playoff run would skyrocket. In conclusion, Bears fans, it's rare that a trade like this comes along that can truly reshape a team's trajectory. But this isn't just about one player, it's about what that player represents, a commitment to winning, to controlling the game from the inside out. The NFL is a trenches league, and with Lawrence on our side, we're taking a giant step toward becoming a true powerhouse. The optimism is flowing, and the potential for multiple Super Bowl appearances in Chicago feels more real than ever. The Giants might be playing their cards close to the vest, but for us, this is a moment to get excited, to believe in the vision of a dominant Bears defense that can carry us to greatness. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think landing Dexter Lawrence is the kind of move that can push us over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of this team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Chicago Bears news. Let's keep the passion alive, keep believing, and get ready for what could be a historic season ahead. Bear down.